Dog the bounty hunter. But you know damn well he should have been hunting himself. Lord have mercy. How the hell did you get way the hell over the Hiawatha? A whole huckleberry. How did you get way over the Hiawatha? Let Beth die and then regret it. Because you know that she shouldn't have died before you. Ooh, child, I can't stand them. These men ain't shit for shit. But whatever the case, I'm over in Kidnapville telling you that I am not a kid. Tricks are for them and not me. Okay, you should have not tried. Don't try me. Try X. But you definitely should have, and you didn't. Now I'm gone. Hated me. And you ate me. And then Mother Earth is dying. And you continue to fuck her to death. Quote from Outcast. Outkast. It's a rap group. That was when we were just getting rappers, not rapers. Because only the real can rap you up like a mom. Because she comes already rapped. And this is how you rap somebody. Since you needed so much attention. So now you got attention. Since I'm 10. And now we're looking at the Civil War. But didn't understand that it's not a place. It's very smart. And once you have your heart like this, then clearly it's gonna be that. And then maybe all you gotta do is solve yourself. But they wanted to solve me. And it's like, if you solve yourself, then you don't have to worry about somebody taking it. You'll have a soul. But then by the time you get there, because of all of this, then you'll find out that soul is me. Your foundation, but not. I don't have to be on the ground to have foundation. That's how strong this is. You have to have a heart because light is a feather. You have to understand that Egypt is America. You have to understand that black folks, such as myself and others, are in a concentration camp and don't think for themselves. This is a problem for not only myself, but others. So when you look at black history, we'll find out that, well, it was me and my intent that kept black people looking better in my house that I wrote into existence right before your eyes. And you thought that we were on that timeline, but I was writing myself in. I went down there, I drove down there to Florida a couple of years ago, and I have proof that I did. And I saw that her tombstone in Sarasota County was uh, moved. It was crooked, and she wasn't crooked. Straight as an arrow. Now, if she wasn't, then I wouldn't have never came there or been born to that house. So you switched it, And you kept on going further and further back to switch it to place yourself there. And that's her grandmother then. Because, well, her grandmother and them were in the clan. Because her sons were in the clan. The Browns. And in order for us to have ever been friends, you got to be whole front with me in the front. You got to be wholly that way. I'm talking about fully that way on the front and fully that way on the back and fully that way on the side. I know it's hard though. It would be very hard for a white person to do that because you would have to do it yourself. You can't do it as a group, which would be harder, which I'm noticing because society is lying to us all to save lives. I'm not evil. I'm a dark angel. I'm not an archon. Well, you have to understand if I'm not evil, right? And I had analyzed and researched my family before I was born and the people around us. I had to do that, and the people around us have to be from my solar system, my original one. The blueprint to that solar system is in Egypt. You have also, I've seen, changed things and tried to put yourselves on the hieroglyphs, but then that does turn into someone else because you don't fit. It's perfect love. Perfect love is also written about in that Bible. But considering the fact that people think it's cool to disobey the commandments and the word of God, I don't think it's cool. And when I have been in those positions, I've definitely immediately felt bad. And I've done that my whole life. That shows psychological awareness. That shows empathy. That shows worthiness. That shows intelligence. You graduate over to the side, the red side, over time. You can't cheat code your way over there. You can't do it because you won't be able to take it because that's the red pill and the blue pill. My thing is, there were black folks all over the diaspora that understood that, and they exist. But if you killed them all, then that means that you killed your heaven. For heaven's sakes. When she said that, she was talking about the hiccups. And it was a white woman, not black. And y'all, because of your disbelief, you would never believe that. Poor white folks. That's what they were talking about. Because black and white were living good during those times. We just don't hear them talk about it. When she said, for heaven's sakes, you thought, under assumption, that this individual was talking about, for heaven's sakes, because black folks are going to go to heaven. And that is in your realm. That's in your part of the galaxy. But there's only one galaxy, and you didn't never into the galaxy. And now, I find out that's why they didn't like the word gal, black women. Because, well, it's derogatory. We're talking about they're going to be licked. And, even my generation, which was white kids that did this, it wasn't black folks. We would have never done that. Went over to that level of the dark side. Actually, we normally don't. Why? Because, well, just being in America alone is enough to training to stay your path as a person, as an individual. So I don't need to get eviler. I already got that. I have darkness in me because I want to do this. I want to hurt this. I want to hurt that. But I'm not going to do it because I hate it that much that I need the possibility of heaven. So for heaven's sakes, we know we're going to go to heaven. You're hamstring us. And for heaven's sakes, we need that goodness to exist because we one day we'll get it together. You ain't got to believe it. But that was a part of the brotherhood. You, this ended. This energy came along, and that changed it all. Can't change it all. Wasn't that no more. They know who gave them color. They know where they got color from. And I'm not talking about in their own eyes. I'm talking about just a TV. Because clearly, I don't need you to be looking at nothing else but that. Because clearly, looking at me don't help. Maybe that's why they say, don't watch me, watch TV. Doesn't help to look at me. I wasn't there, but in this body. But people have been. I thought, you know, well, yeah, the daughters of the revolution would be me, only because of common sense, right? And maybe that's why we haven't had a revolution yet, because what does still exist, racism does still exist. My generation did allot it to be beat down a little more, because really their kids don't like nothing else but it's bad, unless it's bad. It's true. If it's bad, they love it. So I guess in a nutshell, we went out and did bad things. Like, oh, I don't know. The music definitely was a bad thing. But I'm talking about as a whole. Not that I did. Not yet. I don't come in your house and take a shit on you and say that your mother is a toilet. Not yet. So you can't judge me yet off of something I didn't do, but I know that that's what someone thought that they could do, and that was Tom Cruise in Minority Report. And that girl was supposed to be Maggie, Jaslyn, or Talia. And she's supposed to have the eyesight because she went to the eye doctor and got her eyes fixed. Fixed. And y'all, the eyebrows that make me put lines over my eyes as eyebrows because they line here, they line here, they line here, they line here, and they line here. Is that what it is? It could be. I don't know. It looks like it, and that is judging if you're gonna judge. But because of this situation, judges that wear the color black, not a dusty robe or dusty robes, he's wearing jet black, and it's clean. That's why they put it there. It's clean, right? And by the way, Kurt Cobain said the little girl that is wearing the white Klansman suit still can't go nowhere else but the Klan, but trying to turn the Klan into black, black. Which am I that little girl, or is there another little girl, or are you the little girl, or the big girl, or am I the big girl that has all the organs on the outside? I don't know what the shit means. It's art. I wouldn't even know if I did it until we pulled up and I could see it. Because, well, I can't trust the spirit or the soul that y'all would give me. I can't trust neither one. Or the vessel, or the clay pot, or my hands, or my feet, or my legs, or my eyes, or even my mouth. So what do I have to do all the way? All the time? Tell the truth all the time from beginning, and then make sure I'm always weighing it, weighing it, weighing it. Even if you wear me or and say that you're John Wayne and you're not. When I see people spiraling out of control, they look like Kenya Moore twirling that beautiful dress she had on, but they look like little ones, and they're white, and they're very yellow. Did they steal a raiment or two or three or four? If I could just touch the hem of his garment, I'd be good. So the hem is what? Him, him. I'm used to it. So if there's anybody, by the way, that's saying, which I hope that the CIA or the FBI can pull up on their computers through sound recognition and sound forensics, you'll hear an individual saying, "Be careful. This is a racist person." Now, I was thinking, why is this individual saying this? Some people said that the person's name is Talia. Some cops said, police officers said, I'm not going to say any names, said that, and inmates said that it's someone named Talia, but it's another Talia. And I'm like, is it code like a tall liar or who is it? I don't know what they mean. So, but there's two that I knew. My friend's children. Now look, I thought we were friends, but they probably been fried ends. Now look, maybe they're talking about frying my tubes and tying my tubes so that I and stealing all of my eggs, so I can't have any more children because I guess they want to lean with it, rock with it on the whole planet Earth and have more gray alien babies. Whatever the case, those make the house lean. That's what they call aliens because they're lying. I like my ears and I don't like bugs in them or lead. But if I have a whole ear and head full of lead, then I guess you pumped me pu pu pum bead my ears in my head full of lead. And maybe that's right on one level that I am pumped filled with lead or lead. It's weird because I'm not leading anyone, but they want to keep on doing that. And also now this demon has inhabited my mother again, and now bodies up under my bed like an Italian mobster that you tried to portray as an Italian mobster. And he said he would like his identity back. The Asians were not ass, I ans, ass, the one that came here. I am an too. I'm a more too. I'm love too. And amore is just love in another language, a few other languages. And amore means a rabbi,